The Need for Speed series has seen plenty of ups and downs throughout its 20 plus years on the market, and whilst the series has had plenty of popular entries like Most Wanted and Underground, most recently the series has seen mixed success. Its 2015 reboot was fine, if a bit forgettable. Then there was 2017's Payback, which again was fine, but at launch it was a bit of a mess due to the microtransactions. And last year's we received the decent Heat. Whilst it was good, it just didn't reach the height of those older games. So here we are with a nice surprise, a remaster of 2010's Hot Pursuit. Let's see how they did, shall we? We'll jump straight into the gameplay here as there's no story here, as it's basically set in the fictional region of Seacrest County and it sees racers going up against the cops in many different and wild races and events. The control and handling of each vehicle is perfectly done here. Drifting around the corners feel great and cars drive with such speed and really feel like the glory days of Need for Speed is back. Swapping between the cops and the racers is a great bit of way to spice up the gameplay, and the many different gadgets like the EMP blast and the barricades you can use are fun to use. There's plenty of different events to keep you interested in with your typical races and time trials, but we also have Hot Pursuit events which sees you going on a typical race with other racers, but the police are also chasing you. You also have to smash all the other vehicles on the road. There's a fair bit of similarities with the Burnout games here, but as the game was created by previous Burnout developers Criterion, it doesn't surprise me, and that's actually a good thing. Hot Pursuit also rewards you with plenty of stuff. You always feel like you're making progression, as after each event as either a cop or a racer you level up, unlock new stuff like vehicles and upgrades to keep things feeling fresh. One of the best things about the last gen Need for Speed games was Autolog. It was a bit of a social network for the game, as each event had its own mini leaderboard, and throughout the whole game you're always in constant competition. You always got a pop-up message when something was beaten, or when someone beat your own time. It made the game feel like an always live experience, and I really did enjoy it. Another neat touch is the game is completely cross-play, which means whatever version of this remastered game you go for, you can play it with someone on another console. It's a very awesome move and I hope it's something we see in a future Need for Speed title. The online multiplayer here is your typical mix of racers and chasers, and they are great fun, and the netcode is pretty stable. Lengthwise now, and Hot Pursuit offers plenty of content for the price. You have your base game that lasts you around 10 plus hours and sees you doing all your typical cops versus racers shenanigans. This is a remastered version. This also includes all the previously released DLC, cars and events to add another about 4 or 5 hours worth of extra content. Also included in this remastered is a fun little photo mode. It's a bit basic, but it does the job fine. The presentation side of things now, and as this is a remaster, you're probably expecting some graphical improvements, and whilst there is some, it's not that noticeable. Bit like the Burnout Paradise remastered a couple of years ago, it just cleans up the graphics, the cars look nicer, and it does up the resolution. But the biggest gains are made for those on a PS4 Pro and an Xbox One X, as the game runs at 60 FPS instead of the native 30 on the base systems. It's a nice upgrade for the enhanced systems, but as it is, there isn't any next-gen improvements as of yet. Conclusion time now, and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered is a very well welcomed return to form for the Need for Speed franchise. Whilst classing this as a remaster is a bit generous, as there isn't much of a graphical upgrade, it's in the gameplay that it really does shine. It's aged like a fine wine, and it's an incredibly enjoyable arcade racer with plenty of events, and the Cops v Racer element is great. This is easily the best Need for Speed this generation, and a must have for racing fans. So with that, I'm giving Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered an 8.5 out of 10 with a title of great. As always, thank you for watching my review. I hoped you enjoyed it. If you could like and subscribe, that would be great. And as always, until next time, happy gaming. Bye.